Hello and welcome to race 17 and the first broadcast on NBC. That's where we're going to hear different music for the rest of the season. Here from Chicagoland in the 2020 season, we are 246 points ahead of Keselowski, 363 ahead of Truex, 415 ahead of Busch. Dominating the field so far. We had our 6th straight top 2 finish, 3rd straight win, undeserved as fuck, but I can't help the AI but when they're stupid. So that's where we stand right now. Leading the points, not a lot to say. Chicagoland is up next. The Overton's 400. Rough surface, lots of bumps. So gotta keep an eye out for that. But it's a speedway and been fast on the speedways all season long. So there's no reason to believe we can't go for another decent result. Maybe 4 wins in a row. Nobody has done that since Jimmy Johnson 2007. So see if we are up to the challenge for win number 6. Let's go. Firing the engines here. We are starting 31st, worst qualifying effort on a speedway. But, you know, got 53 laps to work on some things. Blaney Logano, Penske front row there. Alex Bowman, the defending race winner, is in 3rd. Kurt Busch, Denny Hamlin, Matt Benedetto, Tyler Reddick, Clint Boyer, John Hunter Nemechek, another good qualifying effort, and Eric Almirola. Rounding out your top 10. See where Keselowski is starting. He's starting 18th. Alright. Beautiful blue skies, pace car on pit lane. The Penske boys, Logano and Blaney, will lead us to the green. Let's see what we can do from 31st on the grid. Underway in the Overton's 400. Slow getaway. Here should have restarted. Should have started probably in fifth gear. Yeah, right, in 1st gear. Let's try to hold position. This track is made by the same folks as Charlotte was, so we might be a bit slow when it comes to tire heat up on the first 1 or 2 laps. Brennan Poole just gained that position there ahead of me there in the 15th Thrive machine, which is a Penske might prefer a lot over his Spartan Mosquito car. That's why I didn't change it. But so far so good. Up to 30th actually. So we're going 3 wide. Kind of want to rip it right around the bottom. That's where I think we're going to be the best. And yeah, just keep working forward. That's all that matters. But now we got Ryan Preece there, who is slow just ahead. But I'm not too comfortable around the top of the racetrack. Though I feel like I have to go up top now. Okay, we're going to cut down there onto the apron, trying to get past the 37. It's always like that thing when you're in the back of the pack. They're just, everyone's just constantly teetering up. You know, the front runners just drive away, and Blaney, the poles there, drop back there to about 6th or 7th. You can just see him up ahead. And he was just leading that pack, and we're all just on top of each other, stacking up. But going sideways there a little bit. Yeah, we just gotta work on it, but we're going backwards, it seems like now. Gotta find a bit of rhythm. Coming to lap 7, making some steam down the inside of my teammate Cole Custer. Down the inside of Brennan Poole, into the top 30 we go. Had some work to do to get past those slow cars. But we're making good steam. Okay. Not all lost. Bad qualifying effort doesn't mean a bad race. We've been fairly quick in practice. And a caution! Huge wreck! Huge wreck! Ty Dillon involved. He's gonna cut down. We're gonna get some of that. Truex was involved in that as well. Got a little something there. Says we got damage. Don't know how hard it is. But we are crossing the line in 27th. Alright. First caution of the day flies, and it looked like a big impact. Having a look at what happened here. Ty Dillon, he was going for 10th spot on Martin Truex Jr. Just got together with him, collected him. Oh, into the wall. There they go. Collects Tyler Reddick there on the outside. There, I get the little scrape there, but man, that sucks. That sucks. I mean, I can see the background. Truex gets spun again, but Ty was just going for a good run, and he's had some speed this season, just not being able to convert that speed into good results. And here, just to add insult to injury, Truex gets run over and almost flipped there about a 78. I mean, yeah, he was just running into their path trying to go down a pit lane. I mean, that was just stupid. Not something you expect from a series champion, you know. Gonna go green now. I had thought about going down a pit lane to repair the damage, but I thought track position is more important than repairing a little bit of body damage. So I went with staying out and chose track position. Logano, the race leader, we're back underway at Chicago. Somewhat of a decent start. I didn't want to restart in first because I had, you know, I thought I was going to spin my tires. I'll send it in, trying to keep up with Custer and these folks, and then we'll see how bad the damage actually is. I just hope it's not too bad. So, yeah, we'll see. But there's still probably a pit stop coming up. Well, definitely a pit stop coming up where we could repair it, so... Still good. Still good. I guess as long as I walk away with a top 20 finish here. I think I have the car to do that. Yeah, we're keeping up again. Okay, that's good. As long as I walk away with a top 20 finish here, I'm happy, really. Considering that we got damage and that we started the race way back in 31st, so... It's all good. Up into the top 25. Joey Gase and JJ Yaley, the next cars, the 51 and 27. Yeah, been running fairly good. I mean, I'm happy with the car. Damage doesn't seem to be that bad, so we're not going to repair it probably on the next pit stop. Just marching through the field. So, again, proving the theory, a bad qualifying effort doesn't mean bad race. So we're just going to keep marching forward. And hope that can finish this race in a decent result. As we are marching towards 20 laps completed already here at Chicagoland. Down the apron, trying 3 wide. Down to the inside of Yaley and Nemechek. Oh, a little slippery there. Yaley's got the grip on the outside. Nemechek has as well. We're side by side with the Premium Motorsports entry.
Still there.
We got the drive off the corner. Working past the 27 to the inside of the 6 we go. Trying to get a couple of more spots here. Just threw it in 3 wide. We got the it sticks now. A couple laps in, the car sticks to the inside of the racetrack. As good as it should. And now we're side by side with Newman, the Castrol Ford. He's got the drive of the corner. That's a bit of an issue right now. I think the damage is giving me a little more drag down the straightaways. But we got... It's so planted. It's so planted. Once it's heated up, it's so good. Through the center of the corner and on exit up to 22nd. 21st, actually. Alright. Chasing down Recce Spinhouse and Chris Buescher. And we're making easy work of them here. As well. At least trying to side by side with the 47. Down into turn 3 and 4, a little loose there. Okay. Sliding up the track. Stenhouse gives me the room, or he was far behind it. I had the room to start the racetrack. 20 laps down. We are in P20. Caught up with this group here. Let's see, around the outside maybe of Bubba Wallace. That's a group that's, I think, in the top 10 there. At their Kyle Busch. Just leading that pack. Now it's Matthew Benedetto leading the pack. Busch kind of drove away from him. Ooh, close to Bubba. That's what I meant earlier. Not having the grip around the outside. Now we're going to lose a spot there to Newman as well, maybe, as he caught up with it as well. Alright. But still, the car, despite some bodywork damage... Ooh, now we got a good run here. Found some grip there on the outside, around Wallace to the inside of Buescher. Now behind Austin Dillon. That's going to put us firmly in the top 20. Dillon a little slow there on exit. Okie dokie. I like where this is going. 31 to go, up to 18th place. Closing on the halfway mark of this race. I've been driving with this group here for the last couple of laps. Been working on them as good as I can. Now we've got a bit of a run there around the outside of Larson and Dylan, clearing them. Been stuck around the outside, but made it work. And there's Brad Kozlowski, a discount tire Ford. My closest rival for a championship, as we're past the halfway mark. Now running 16th position. Trying to march our way into the top 10. I've been comfortable around the outside of this racetrack. So, yeah, see where we can go from here. We're going to be a couple of laps away from pit stops. I expect them to come around lap 30. As we're now going to build a bit of a run here. I was cautious. I didn't want to run, spin my tires on exit. Building a decent run here behind Brad. Gotta get out the gas here because he's a bit slow. But the outside's working really well here. Past Bell for good. Up into 14th place. We could walk away to the top 10 of the day here. We're not going to repair the damage for pit stop. Gotta remember to check that. We won't have any damage repair and lose us any time on pit stall on the pit stops because the car is running really good. Closing on the top 10.
Stay high. Clear inside. 45. Keep it under 3,000 in seconds.
Coming down to pit lane for our one and only stop of the day. To Rodney Childers and the boys. Work your magic. 1.5 cans of fuel. 4 tires. No adjustments. Car's been running fine. I thought about adding some tape, but nah. Nah.
Go, go, go!
And
Limit
we're out of pit
45.
lane.
Keep it under 3,000 in seconds. The leader's pitting now.
This race leader's coming in, so we stopped a little earlier than we would usually. Because we would have pitted probably right around now, so you know, there's some spots that we probably gained on this pit stop.
You're clear of pit lane. Car outside.
Pit stop cycles completed, 18 laps to go. We dropped a little bit to the end of the top 20, or to the middle half of the top 20, to the middle bit of the top 20. There's no middle half. Battling there with Blaney and Bell, and actually just a couple of cars ahead. That's the white and black car. That's Timmy Hill, and he's running for position for a top 15 spot. In Carl Ding Dong's Ford there, Carl Long building him a great car here. But he's a bit slow, so I'm guessing he just took 2 tires and had a, you know, just try to have a good run. You know, just seeing what he can do, just gaining some track position on the cars in 30th that he's usually running with, as he's quite slow and holding us up here a little bit. Gonna let Larson have the inside line to avoid a wreck. And this is actually something that I have learned this season with, you know, in the 1988 season I did, you have only one groove where you can race in, so leaving someone the room and just driving around the top of the racetrack just will scrub so much speed off and you have a hard time recovering it. Here, you can just ride around the top lane for a couple of laps, and if someone's aggressive, just let him have the room. You can get him back if you just work on it. So it's just more chill this season. I just feel like, you know, I have so much more time and room to play around, to drive around. That's probably why we haven't had a single DNF this season. I've been going, if we finish this race, 17 straight races without a DNF. And so, I don't know, multi-groove racing, folks, it changes everything, really. It's just so much more enjoyable. And I mean, these cars, I watched these cars when I started watching NASCAR. I mean, I was a couple of years into my NASCAR watching phase. I'm only 21 years old, and I started watching NASCAR actively in 2018. So I've been watching NASCAR for 3 years at this point. But still, these are the cars that I get some sort of nostalgia for. So it's just so great getting to race them. You know, and driving as my favorite driver. Right now leading the championship, looking for another decent result here, even if it's a top 15 as it looks like right now, but still. A top 15 is a good result. We've been kind of, I'd say,
Clear outside.
we've been a bit oversaturated with really, really good runs lately, as Bell gets the best of me here. 13 to go. So even mid-pack runs are fine. As long as I finish the race in the top 20, I think I should be happy with my day, you know. So, yeah. Just see where we can go from here. Gonna stay behind Bell there for a little bit. Maybe we can follow him through on Blaney and Jones. At least Eric Jones there in 20 car, the Sport Clips haircuts machine. Or we go for a little switchback. Can do that as well. 12 to go. Racing for 14th with Bell. Down into turn 1 we go. And we're going to make that work. I'm going to give him the room. He's through my quarter panel. But we got the advantage into turns 3 and 4.
Still there.
On the brakes just a little earlier to get the car nice and settled. Stomp on the gas. And run him a little bit out of room. Sorry, Christopher. Didn't mean to do that.
Clear.
But we're clearing him. And Eric Jones up next with 11 to go here. At the Overton's 400 at Chicagoland. Down the inside. Throwing it in there this time. He gave me enough room up to 13th. Got 7 laps to go. Been working on Ryan Blaney for a little while now. And finally getting the run. He's always thrown down to the inside quite aggressively. So I didn't really have the ability or the room to just get down there and try to pass him on the inside. So I had to work to build some momentum around the outside of the racetrack. Up to 12th spot. 6 laps to go. Top 10 is in sight at the moment. I think Clint Boyer, my teammate, the yellow and black car just ahead. That's 10th spot. Bush in the pink M&M's Brownie machine is in 11th. Now I think actually maybe now Clint's into 9th and not Ryan Blaney, Chase Elliott goes into the 10th spot. And we're coming closer. Closing in on them is one thing, passing them is another. Got a bit of a run here on Elliott now. Almost hitting the wall. I thought I was going to hit the wall there. 4 to go. We are right there for a top 10 spot. Rolled it in around the outside. I think that's where I want to be right now at the end of this race. Trying to build the momentum. Okay, a little wall scrape there. Good to go. Oh, Bush a little slow. Around the top of the racetrack. Okay, find some grip around here. Ooh, Kyle, buddy, you gotta keep an eye out there. I gotta tell your spotter to keep an eye out for drivers. On your outside, almost getting squeezed into the wall again. Trying around the outside of Chase Elliott. A little bit of a draft and help there from Kyle Busch into 11th place, side by side with the 9. What the fuck?
Clear inside.
What the fuck is Clint Boyer doing? Are they pitting? Yeah. 2 to go, and they're throwing it down the pit lane. I guess thank you for the top 10, but
2 to go. You're in the top
2 to go, 8th place. Doing the same stupid things as in Sonoma. They're pitting, throwing it down there when they absolutely didn't need to. Let's see, Logano leads from Kurt Busch. I think that's the whole lead group just ahead. We're coming to the white flag. Are there more guys coming into pit lane? No, there aren't. Oh, the leader is pitting. Wait, look. Joe Logano again throwing away a race win. It seems like. Kurt Busch leads, though Alex Bowman and I don't know who's in that lead group as well, trying to get that win. Bowman, obviously, the defending race winner. Carl Little sliding there on exit. They're all stacked on top of one another. Let's see who's going to win this race. Out of turn 4, we're going to come home in 7th. Brad Keselowski, with a last lap pass, has won his 4th race of the season. Rebounding there. Kurt Busch, Matthew Benedetto, Alex Bowman, the defending race winner. Jimmy Johnson collects another top 5. William Byron, myself, Chase Elliott, Ryan Blaney, Ricky Stenhouse, the top 10. Let's see, where did the other guys finish? Probably back here somewhere. Logano led the most laps. I think he led pretty much all of the race. And he finishes 34th because he's absolutely stupid. And so before we head into the Pocono Double-Header, here are your top 10. We lose a couple of points there to Brad K. Though that doesn't really matter, does it? Still in the top 10 for 7 straight races. Wasn't enough for a 4th straight win. But still, decent result there. With a top 15 car, we got a top 10. I'll take it. Bowman, still winless. In 3rd place, Blaney and Truex, your top 5. Larson, Logano, Kyle Busch, Denny Hamlin, and Chase Elliott, your top 10. And Joey Logano, he has 1 win on the season. He could have had at least 4 this year. Yeah. Don't know what he's doing. Actually, the gap between Brad Keselowski and Alex Bowman is also a little more than a race's worth of points. Actually, about almost 2 races. He's 445 back, and Brad K is 212 behind of me. So huge points gaps forming here. Yeah, we're just hanging on to the lead. Pocono next race, and the next race after that, Pocono Doubleheader up next. Could be a bit tough. I don't really know what to expect. Pocono's always been a kind of a hit-or-miss track for me, so we'll see how this race goes. If you enjoyed this episode, leave a like, subscribe. See you all next time for the Pocono Doubleheader. Have a good one, and goodbye!